Hi, and welcome to Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. I'm Kathryn. I am going to continue with text messages that I have been able to put in semi-chronological order. Now we are going to go into the text messages that were recovered from Zulema, as the other ones have been, from June and July of 2019. These are particularly important because this was right around the time that Charles was killed. He was killed on July 11th, 2019. If you're new here, please think about subscribing. And everyone, please hit that like button. It really does help get my video out there and shareable. This is a lot of new and good information that a lot of people should probably have. So go ahead and share it. That would be awesome as well. So June 2nd at 11:44 a.m., Zulema said to Lori, "I had a thought yesterday. The reason why my son-in-law is feeling so lost and being so aggressive is because he doesn't have any disembodies talking to him and keeping him company." Weird. On the 2nd, Lori to Zulema, about 10 minutes later at 11:52 a.m., "Yes, exactly." Then Zulema replies back to Lori a minute later, "Makes sense." 2 days later, on the 4th of June, 2019, at 2:09 p.m., she says, "Was Raphael you?" And then at 2:10 p.m., "Always, we were never apart, just in percentage." On the 4th at 2:10 p.m., "I felt him too, just like you and your eternal companion. We, 120% of spirit, and we split it." On the 9th, Lori to Zulema, "I invited my brother, who is a multi-creation. I feel like we need to teach him, and we need some male energy. Is that okay with you?" Zulema replies to Lori, "Of course, I like him. He's funny. I agree. We need the men too. We can call on Jimmy to help us today too." Jimmy. Who's Jimmy? Could be a made-up name. Somebody else was named James, like James, Jimmy, James. I don't know. They change everybody's names and call them weird stuff, and it's hard to keep track of these wackadoodles. But you get my drift, I guess, or their drift. Lori says to Zulema, "I need your address again to give it to some." Zulema to Lori sends her address on East Mineral Road in Gilbert, Arizona. "I may have some that aren't available here because my messages now skip to the 26th of June at 10:25 p.m. Zulema to Lori, "I have a question for you. What are these experiences that Serena keeps having? She thought that today she finished her physical. Is she moving forward again, or is she still at the same place?" On the 27th of June at 3:01 a.m., middle of the night, Lori to Zulema, "Hey, I have her at 33% physical. I called her yesterday to see how she was doing, but we keep playing phone tag. I don't think that could have possibly happened. Sadly, what do you think we should do to help?" On the 27th at 7:52 a.m., Zulema replies to Lori, "I don't know. I'm just wondering if she's being deceived. It's hard to tell. I've mentioned being humble a lot to her, but she says she's being humble. It confuses me at times." And then at 7:55 a.m., Lori replies to Zulema, "Yes, I know. I just know that she hasn't moved in weeks, so I'm not sure what's going on with her. I'm asking and praying how to handle it. It's been a crazy week, but I'll try to concentrate on that today." I'm wondering if they're talking, and please leave comments if you think this is right or wrong. But what I'm wondering is that Serena is kind of stuck. She's not being translated. She's like stuck in the physical because she said she hasn't moved, meaning, remember, they were all about they're becoming translated and they're getting younger 4 days every day and all that baloney. So I think they're concerned that Serena isn't being translated properly or she's stuck or something like that. That's what I'm getting out of this. On the 27th, Zulema to Lori, "I see some tendencies of acting like those self-righteous people in their church. I also see how their righteousness." She said that she read the Book of Mormon very fast, and there's extra blessings from that. So I'm wondering if she's being deceived because it sounds like she's caught up in the cultural part of that church. On the 27th at 8:08 a.m., Lori to Zulema, "I agree. It's like she wants the fast track to heaven. We both know that it's through long suffering and that the Lord works. It's his timing. We have to accept his will. Emma replies at 8:51 a.m. to Lori. So they're using that to get in and deceive her, kind of like when I was mad at Kara and they are able to come and attack me. They will use any weakness or tear in our spiritual or energy fields. They're giving her some very real visions, dreams, and experiences. Then Lori replies at 9:24 a.m., it's about 30 minutes later. Lori to Zulema, or she's making them up. I'm not sure. It's hard to discern because she is really convincing when you talk with her. I wonder if this is when Serena was getting close to get kicked out. Because remember, in the interview, if you saw it with Serena, she said she got booted because Lori thought she was texting Chad too much. So if Chad's phone was going off, bling, 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 with Zulema and all her questions, like, I have a headache. What do you think's happening? Is there an evil spirit after me? What do you think, Chad, 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 Chad? I picture all these women texting Chad, Chad, I need a blessing. Or Chad, I need this advice. What do you think this is, Chad? Can you check, Chad? Did I make that earthquake, Chad? Did I cause that rainstorm? I broke my finger, Chad. What do you think happened? Is it evil spirit around me? Can you get rid of it? Blah, 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 blah. So I think Lori was a little threatened, maybe by Serena, not so much with Zulema. And I mean, knowing the superficiality of Lori, you can see why. Lori's probably like, yeah, he ain't dumping me for that, but he might dump me for Serena because Serena looks like a kind of a Lori style person. If that makes any sense to any of you. I think this would be a good time to cue up Serena talking about when she got booted from the group. And I think I am going to make a video going over these interviews eventually when I have time to get to it. But let's listen to Serena talking about how she got kicked out because it fits in perfectly to where Lori and Zulema are thinking there's something going on with her.
So explain to us why you got kicked out.
I got kicked out because I asked too many questions.
What kind of questions were you asking?
A lot. I'm a seeker. I love to research and dive deep into different things. And so I was asking questions about things that just didn't make sense. So that whole zombie thing, I know casting out is a thing. That's in the Bible. The whole zombie and the circle thing, I wasn't exactly comfortable with it, but I kind of put it on the shelf because I could see how she maybe connected different parts of the Bible as far as casting out and other parts. So I kind of put it on the shelf, but I did ask some questions. I know I asked a lot of questions when she started getting into who's light, who's dark, what their probation is, when she was assigning different levels to people. And I know she was getting a lot of that information from Chad as well. And so I started asking both of them questions when things didn't make sense to me and it didn't feel right. That's when I ask questions because I want to know. They didn't like that. They didn't like the fact that I was asking, well, what about so-and-so? Because they were telling me numbers from my own family. This doesn't make sense. I don't understand this. They didn't like that. And I know another subject was when she was talking about, there's no need for repentance. That's just plain wrong. And I'm not, and so I pushed back on that one. That was another one.
Why did she say that?
She said she found it in the Bible.
So was she...
And she said, we don't need to repent anymore. We've come to that stage where...
When she says we, was she talking about her and Chad or all you guys?
She was trying to get us all to believe that.
Okay. But at that time, she believed that she did not need to repent. Did she just think she was... what's the word I'm trying to think of?
Translated?
Yeah.
Yep. But above the law too. She thought I was translated as well. Or in process, I should say. She didn't think I was translated, but in process.
So in your report, we were just looking over it. She didn't want to repent, and that's kind of when they pushed you away, and she said,
well, that's part of it. She also thought, so I had some dreams. I dream, and sometimes those dreams are very vivid, and they're predictive too. And that's occasionally, it's not all the time, but I have dreams. And I had shared one of those dreams with Chad, and it actually was happening at that time in a different format, and then has come true in multiple ways since then. And so they said at that time too that I got really sick. And I'm not usually sick ever, like very, very rarely. And she said, she and Chad said that I had been like, I'm trying to remember the word, not infected, but that I had been breached, that there was a hole in me, that Julie Rowe was attacking me, and I was being indoctrinated at night, and I was no longer trustworthy, and that I was not worthy, or whatever word they used. They didn't say this directly to me. I just knew, like you could tell when somebody flips and changes, but she did tell me that I had been like over the phone, that I had been breached and indoctrinated at night, and they were doing ritualistic abuse at me while I was sleeping.
do you think they ever did any castings on you?
Yeah, they must have. That's my guess.
Did,
so that was soon after March. That was either April or May that all happened.
Did Zulema ever talk to you and try and help you out, or help you through the time, or try and see something different?
I don't think so.
I guess Lori made the comment that Zulema will help you through this tough time.
She did. Yep. So Zulema and I were pretty close, and she kind of was assigned to kind of take care of me, take care of the problem, but I believe she believed Lori and Chad 100% at that time, and was handling me, but wasn't trying to ask or find anything other than what they were saying.
Okay.
So, because our relationship didn't last much longer than that.
How often did you talk to Chad?
Like over the phone?
Or in person?
I saw him twice, ever. So, and you could say that's 3 times, but so 2 trips, the Preparing People conference here, and then I went to the Preparing People conference up in Idaho as well.
Was that in Boise?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And part of that trip, for me, that's why I count it as 1 trip, but you can count it as 2 times, because I saw him at that conference, and then I went over to Rexford. We were investigating places to move. I knew I needed to move, that we were supposed to move, and I was trying to figure out where in Rexburg was a place that my husband loved, and he found a house, so we were checking out Rexburg. And so I did meet Chad once there as well. So 3 times in person.
Ever talked to him on the phone or text?
Yes, texted. We emailed a few times, texted. We might have texted. I'm sure we probably did a couple times, but not often. I'm trying to remember if I talked to him on the phone. If I did, it was very few times.
Anything important on those texts what was it about? Just
the text? I'm not sure I ever texted him.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I can't check. But I can check on that if you want me to. I'm not sure I ever texted him, but I could have. I remember the emails, and I remember the in-person stuff. I might have talked to him on the phone once or twice, and there might be some texts, but I don't remember any of them.
And since Lori pushed you out in March, have you had any contact with her or Chad?
Twice after. So after I moved, yeah, because I had seen her twice before. Remember November and March, and then she kicked me out. But I ended up moving here, much to my chagrin. I did not want to move here because she was here, but this was the right place. We were supposed to be here, like no doubt at all. 100% we're supposed to be here. But it was really hard to move here because she and everybody, like Zulema, who I had been really close to, like weren't talking to me, and I wasn't part of that group anymore. But once I moved here, Zulema, I think it was Zulema, set up like a welcome lunch or whatever at, not Cafe Rio, what's the other one? Costa Vida.
Costa Vida.
So we were there and had lunch. It was really bizarre.
Who was all there at that?
Lori and her brother, Zulema, Melanie, Boudreaux, and Nicole. And basically it was Nicole and I sat and talked, and everybody else was kind of to our side. But
Was that the first time you ever met Alex?
Bizarre. No, I met him at Preparing a People the first time in Gilbert.
Okay.
So he came, he didn't stay at the house, but he came at least once. I remember him being there once.
Did you ever talk to him?
Not really, besides like a conversation. He was in the kitchen. I remember him in the kitchen at Lori's house when I...
Okay, back to the project at hand. Zulema to Lori at 10:18 a.m., still on the 27th of June. Do you think there's a way to change HIPLOS to the lights? Now, we're going into July of 2019, and there's some messages that were in there right before Charles died. And I'm going to come back to those in a minute. But when Adam was trying to help Charles. So on the 5th of July at 11:35 p.m., Zulema to Lori, it is time for signs of the coming of the Lord. On the 6th at 8:48 p.m., Lori to Zulema, D&C, the sealing power. On the 8th, Lori to Zulema at 1:22 p.m. Ask if we can call up a California earthquake tomorrow. HIPLOS will be heading there tomorrow in Valencia. Sadly, he is still okay, but we are going to continue to work on him. The elements will obey eventually. Now, this may be a little bit repetitive because the first video I did on text messages was a little out of context because I didn't have everything in order at that point. Then I was able to just dig into more, looking around and finding more of these text messages from the FOIA. So I'm putting them back in order is my point. So if some of them are a little bit repetitive, like I said, my first video was kind of choppy on the text. I didn't know that I could actually find so many of these. So pretty crazy because it's making it, I don't know, it doesn't really make sense, but it's making more sense when you put it in order, go back on a regular timeline. On the 8th at 6:19 p.m., we're talking July 8th at 6:19 p.m., Zulema to Lori, I had to get home so I could go in my portal out there. I asked, if we do that, the ramifications of the things to come, we are not ready for it this time. From what I understand is that when HIPLOS goes, things are going to be a domino effect, one after another. What we need to do, be ready for all that is coming. On the 9th at 2:04 p.m., Lori to Zulema, I feel we are ready. Just doing the things we are asked daily as our powers increase and our vibration increases. Now, in the morning on the 9th, there are some messages between Charles and Adam. On the 9th of July at 9:08 a.m., Adam to Charles, I can fly tomorrow and come home on Saturday or Sunday. Charles back to Adam a minute later. You want me to see what I can do on Southwest? I just landed in LA. Adam replies, sure. Charles to Adam, how are you getting everyone together without Lori knowing? So I don't know where that came from. I actually need to probably dig and see if there's more of that somewhere. But just know that is the same day that we're on with Lori and Zulema. Lori and Zulema are talking on the 9th as well. And Charles was planning to get Adam to Arizona to do this sort of intervention with Lori because he thinks she's lost her marbles. Then we'll skip ahead. On the 9th at 2:04 p.m., Lori to Zulema, I feel we are ready. Just doing the things we are asked daily as our powers increase and our vibration increases. At 4:39 p.m. on July 9th, Zulema to Lori, okay, then it was my fear that things will roll out way fast from now on. And the 9th at 4:49 p.m., Lori to Zulema, no, that's true, but it's also good. On the 10th of July, Zulema messages Lori and says, "Are you okay?" And then Lori replies to Zulema, "Yeah, just got a lot going on. How about you?" So this is the 10th, and Lori's telling Zulema that she has a lot going on. Now, if you think back on some of the other documentation and stuff that we've gone over the last couple years, the day before Charles was killed, Melanie Gibb was staying with Lori. And there's some documentation that says that Lori was mad that Charles was not killed in this car accident. So she told Melanie Gibb she needed to leave her house. So this would have been on the 10th. So Melanie Gibb leaves her house, and the next day, Charles was killed. So what I'm seeing happening here, and you guys can leave comments, is that she's telling Zulema she's busy because now she's trying to figure out this plan with her brother Alex to ambush Charles the next morning. Because remember, Alex and his, "Oh yeah, just coming to visit my sister. We were going to go do something fun today." And he was mad. And, we'll play a little clip of that.
And what is the emergency?
I shot my brother-in-law.
Okay, what part of his body is injured?
In the chest.
I'm sorry, where?
In the chest.
Okay, is he awake and responsive or unconscious?
Unconscious.
Okay, is he breathing?
I can't tell.
Okay, are you willing to go over to him and check?
Sure.
Okay, do you just let me know if you see his chest going up and down? How old is he?
It's not moving. He's 60.
Okay, and are you wanting to start CPR?
No, I don't know how to do that.
I can walk you through it.
Okay.
And what I want to do is you're going to put one hand in the center of his chest.
Yeah.
The other hand's going to go right on top of it.
Okay.
You're going to interlock your fingers, keeping your arms straight, and you're going to press down hard and fast into his chest. You're going to go 2 inches down and fairly quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Making sure his chest goes up between each compression. Where's the gun now?
It's in the other room.
Okay. PD, we're going to stage for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, just keep going with those compressions. PD, did you have any other questions?
Yes, what's your name, sir?
My name is Alex. Last name is Cox, C-O-X.
And where are you in the house now?
In the living room.
And where is the gun?
It's in a bedroom.
Who else is there in the house with you?
Just me.
What gun is it? Was it
It's my gun. It's a 45.
a pistol? 45 caliber pistol?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's his name, your brother-in-law?
Charles Vallow.
His last name, I'm sorry?
V-A-L-L-O. Vallow.
V like Victor or G like George?
V like Victor.
Okay. Well, police and medics are on the way to help you.
Thank you.
Are you still doing, chest compressions with him?
Yes.
Okay, just keep pushing down hard and fast in the center of his chest. How long ago did this occur? Did it just happen?
Yeah, maybe 5 minutes before I called.
Okay. Just make sure you're still pressing down at least 2 inches into his chest, and it comes up with each compression. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Come out this way, man. You know, no weapons?
No weapons on me.
All right, come on out this way.
Yep.
I'm going to have you have a seat right here on the curb.
Yep. Who else is in the house? No one else is in the house. Okay, just have a seat right there. Let's get FD in here.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
18 seats secure. We got the gentleman out. Have fire rolling.
I don't know. He was enraged.
What's going on? What happened?
Oh, he was talking with my sister earlier.
No, what happened today, though? Like, just in the last 20 minutes.
he came at me with a bat.
Okay. Was he living here or
no.
visiting?
He came to pick up his son.
Okay. Is the son inside?
No. My sister took him to school.
Okay, so it was just you at the house?
Yes.
And he came, how long, what time did he come to pick up the son?
I don't know, 20 minutes ago maybe.
Okay, so you know who he is, let him in?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think they were talking earlier, then she left, and then he got into it with me.
Like what? What do you mean?
I don't know, he was accusing me of...
Come on over here. That truck's going to be really loud. What was he accusing you of?
He was just yelling at me.
Okay, what was he yelling at you about?
About my sister because I've broken up the tussle with them earlier. And he told me not to interfere anymore with them or I'd pay. And he came at me with a bat.
Okay, so he showed up in the house with a bat in his hand?
No.
Okay, so...
There was a scuffle earlier with my sister and my niece. My niece got involved.
About earlier meaning earlier this week, earlier
No,
this morning?
just this morning, before they left.
Before your wife left?
My sister.
Before your sister left?
Yeah.
Okay, who lives here with you?
Nobody. I don't live here. My sister lives here and my niece lives here.
And you're just visiting?
I was visiting for the night.
Okay, so you're over here visiting your sister and your niece?
Yes.
Okay, and there was a tussle between your sister and her husband?
Yes.
And does the husband live here or no?
No.
Okay.
He lives in Houston.
Okay, is he an ex-husband or just current husband?
They're working on that.
Gotcha. So at some point earlier today, they get into some type of domestic?
Yeah, just this morning, then they left, and then he came at me.
They left meaning who? Both of parties?
Yeah, my sister took my niece and my nephew.
Okay, so they left.
To create some space from him, and then he came at me.
Okay, but did he leave also?
No.
He stayed here?
He stayed.
So you guys are kind of talking in between or what? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a neighbor.
No, just go back. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So it's just you and your brother-in-law?
Yes.
Okay. And kind of go through it. Say something like, hey, don't touch my sister, or...
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he picked up the bat.
Where was the bat at?
In the living room.
Okay.
The guy inside's name?
No, I haven't got it. Car? Okay. So you get in an argument? What is it over?
Well, it was over my sister. He was getting physical with her, and so my niece came out with her bat, and then he took the bat away from her.
Wait a minute, I thought you said your niece left.
She did, but this is before.
Okay. So before your sister and your niece left,
yeah.
At some point your sister and her husband are arguing.
Yes.
Verbal argument. And then your niece pulls out a bat?
Well, it wasn't verbal. He was getting close, and she came out to defend my sister with her bat.
Your niece?
Yes.
Okay.
And then she poked at him, and then he took it away.
Okay.
And then I stepped in and told them they needed to separate.
Right.
So then my sister leaves with my niece.
And how long ago did they leave? It's been like an hour, 10 minutes?
20 minutes maybe, I don't know.
Okay. So not terribly long.
No.
Oh, okay.
And then he's coming back at me, and he's still got the bat in his hand. Like, what are you doing?
And where are you at it? Where are you both
in the
at?
living room.
Okay.
And then I turned around, and he hit me in the back of the head with the bat. So I went to my room and got my gun. I always carry it.
You went to your room, meaning the room you're staying in?
Yeah.
Okay, and you brought a gun with you?
Yes.
Do you always bring a gun?
I have a concealed carry always.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
Hi, who are you? Okay, just stand over there for just a second, guys.
And then I told him to put the bat down, and he wouldn't, and he came at me again.
And the wife just showed up as well. So you told him to put the...
Yes.
So where are you at? Where are you at now? Or did you stay in your bedroom?
No.
Okay, why didn't you stay just in your bedroom, close the door? Is that something you didn't think about? Or?
Didn't even occur to me.
Okay, so walk me through it. So you go back into your room.
So I just went back to the living room. I'm like, what is your problem?
With the gun in your hand?
Yes. And I said, I want you to put that bat down. And he wouldn't do it. And he's like, and he came at me with the bat again after he'd already hit me in the head. So I shot him to stop him.
Okay, then what happened?
That was it.
Are you working now?
I'm on vacation this week.
Well, what do you do for a living?
Oh, I drive a truck.
Hey. Gotcha. The wife just showed up.
Yeah, I'm going to get the tape this off real quick.
Just think that for a second. Where's the weapon at now?
It's in the bedroom.
So after you shot him, you put it back in the room, or?
Yeah, I went back to the bedroom to get my phone.
Okay. And what'd you do with your phone?
It's right here.
Okay. And then what'd you do once you put your gun back? Grabbed your phone?
I cleaned my head up.
After you, was he laying there in the living room?
Yeah, he was laying there still, and it just took me a minute to compose myself. I mean, I was just shaking, and then I called.
Gotcha. Okay. Is that the rental vehicle? Is it your husband? Okay. Both these vehicles yours in the driveway and the garage? What? Both your vehicles in the driveway and the garage? Okay. Give me just a second. I'll touch bases with you. See, how long have you known him? Long?
Yeah, 15 years.
Is that how long they kind of been married, kind of thing? Do you normally have a good relationship with the guy?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. When's the last time you guys saw each other, interacted?
Last time I saw him was when he lived out here before he moved. Oh, actually, the last time I saw him was at my house. After my sister split up, he came to my house once.
This sister?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So did you sleep here last night?
Yeah.
So what time did you about wake up this morning?
6:30 or so.
Normal day this morning, wake up? It's just you, your sister, niece?
Gonna go do something fun today.
Anybody else in the house besides you three this morning?
My nephew's at school. Yeah.
You, your sister, and the kids?
Yeah.
And then he comes over, and that was about 20, 30 minutes ago, roughly?
Roughly.
Gotcha. Okay.
What they want to do. So.
Okay. So do you, so you only live in Santan Valley, so why is it just easier to just hang out here?
I was just here late last night, so tonight.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you and your sister pretty close?
Yeah, we're planning to go do something today.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Right during that time, at 8:28 a.m. on July 11th, Zulema texts Lori, "I'm on my way to the temple." At 8:54 a.m., Zulema to Lori, "I will be in the celestial room." On the 11th, at 11:28 p.m., Zulema to Lori, must be a different phone because she says, "Are you using this phone now?" On the 11th, at 11:31 p.m., Zulema to Lori, "As I was working on HIPLOS today in the temple, I was told he will be taken as he is. I don't know what that means. Then I was shown to only put light and the brightest light from the top and the bottom at the same time, meeting in the middle. So I've been doing that all day." 7-Eleven, "I hope today is a good day for this all to end." What does she know? It looks like Lori had replied on a different phone, and we don't see that text. On the 12th at 6:14 p.m. And I forgot to ask you if you could please take a look at who Jenny Blank is. Is she from our group? Stacy Blank asked to teach her something and earth, but this girl is gifted. She talks to plants. She hears the earth. So I'm thinking she may be connected to us. July 13th at 6:04 p.m., Zulema to Lori, "How are you today?" At 7:04 p.m., Lori replies to Zulema, "I'm a little better. Sorry, I was so wiped out last night. Still feeling like that again." On the 13th at 7:13 p.m., Zulema to Lori, "I bet. You were fine. That's a lot of emotional stuff in a short time. Chad confirmed for me today that I will be doing work in South America. I'm even more excited to go now, more than ever." On the 13th at 7:15 p.m., Lori to Zulema, "You are amazing. I'm so glad you get the chance to go there and get this party started." Okay, 2 days after her husband was killed, this is the conversation. Still on the 13th of July at 7:56 p.m., Zulema to Lori, "LOL, I love it. Get this party started. It will be soon. I will miss you. You amazing goddess, you." Oh, here we go. It's like goddess stuff again. Then skip ahead 2 days is the next message I have. On the 15th of July, Zulema to Lori, "I need some prayers, girl. We're delayed 5 hours. We missed our flight to Chile. We have to wait until tomorrow night for the next flight. Staying the night in Dallas. Send me some blessings, please." On the 15th at 10:49 p.m., Lori to Zulema, I'm in Houston. All my flights got messed up today too. They don't want me here, and they don't want you to start things in South America. I will send angels and cast out the dark ones. On the 15th at 10:50 p.m., Zulema to Lori. I kept feeling that all day. I mean, 5 hours, really? And then you too? Crazy.
Exodus 21. Whoever strikes a man so that he dies shall be put to death. But if he did not lie in wait for him, but God let him fall into his hand, then I will appoint for you a place to which he may flee. But if a man willfully attacks another to kill him by cunning, you shall take him from my altar, that he may die. Whoever strikes his father or his mother shall be put to death. Whoever steals a man and sells him, and anyone found in possession of him, shall be put to death. Whoever curses his father or his mother shall be put to death. When men quarrel, and one strikes the other with a stone, or with his fist, and the man does not die, but takes to his bed, then if the man rises again and walks outdoors with his staff, he who struck him shall be clear. Only he shall pay for the loss of his time, and shall have him thoroughly healed.
I know some of these feel like cliffhangers, but I don't want to make them all super long. So I'm going to stop there. That's the end of July, and I will start working on August of 2019 text messages. Then we're going to dig into some other stuff. I'm going to go back through some other documents that haven't been talked about in a while. And again, this case is already going into its 3rd year, so there's a lot to talk about, and there's a lot of hindsight involved. So we'll go back and look at some other documents soon. And I do appreciate all of you. I am doing my best I can to get videos out as soon as possible, but you know how that goes, life and stuff. So thank you all so much for being here. If you're new and you aren't subscribed, please think about subscribing to my channel, Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. And everyone that's watching, if you don't mind, I would love for you to hit that thumbs up button. I sure do appreciate that, so I can bring you more and more content. But I do want you to know I appreciate everyone that shares this video, watches this video, and gives me the thumbs up. I really do appreciate you. It helps my channel stay afloat. And it's a simple thing that you can do that costs you nothing, but helps me tremendously. So thank you again. Thanks for watching Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. I will be working on August video. Stay safe, stay well. Bye-bye.